Good morning, everyone. In this video, we're going to be doing some flashcard reviewing of all the transformation rules. And again, folks, I usually like to start on the right side just because those vertical outside transformations are the easiest. But you can identify these transformations in any order. We're also going to be identifying the type of parent function it is. So this is a square root function, down 4, and a horizontal shrink by a third, and a vertical reflection over the x-axis. This is a cubic function. This is left 3, and this is a vertical shrink by a third. Another square root function. Down 1, left 2, vertical stretch by 3, vertical reflection over the x-axis. This is a quadratic. Up 4, vertical reflection over the x-axis. All right, this is a reciprocal or rational function. So the plus 2 is up 2. The 3 is a horizontal shrink by a third, and this is a horizontal reflection over the y-axis. So folks, just take note on this one that since it's down in the denominator with the x and not out in front of this fraction, these are both horizontal transformations. This is a quadratic. Down 5, left 1, vertical stretch by 2. This is a cubic function. Down 5, left 4. This is a absolute value function. Down 1, right 2, vertical stretch by a third. Vertical shrink by a third. Up 4, left 7, vertical shrink by a fourth, vertical reflection over the x-axis. And this is a quadratic function. Down 3, vertical stretch by 3, and that's a quadratic. This is an absolute value graph. Up 3, right 1, and here's the tricky one. This is, though it's outside parentheses, it is inside our absolute value function. So this is a horizontal stretch by 2. Up 7, vertical reflection over the x-axis. And this is a cubic function. This is an absolute value function. Up 2, left 3, vertical reflection over the x-axis. Square root function. Up 6, left 3, horizontal reflection over the y-axis, and this is a vertical shrink by a half. Down 4, left 3, vertical stretch by 2, and a vertical reflection over the x-axis. Reciprocal function. Left 2, horizontal reflection over the y-axis. Absolute value function. Right 2, vertical stretch by 4. Oof, reciprocal function with a lot going on. Up 3, right 1, horizontal shrink by a half, horizontal reflection over the y-axis. Absolute value function. Left 5, horizontal stretch by 3, because again, it's outside a parenthesis, but it's inside my absolute value function, which is what makes it horizontal. So a horizontal stretch by 3, and this is a vertical reflection over the x-axis. Right 2, vertical shrink by a half, vertical reflection over the x-axis, and this is a quadratic. Absolute value function. Right 2, horizontal stretch by 2. Reciprocal function. Left 3, horizontal shrink by a half. Horizontal, since it's inside the function, it's down in the denominator with x, even though it's outside parentheses. Square root function. Down 3, right 2, vertical shrink by a third, vertical reflection over the x-axis. Up 3, left 1, horizontal shrink by a fourth, and vertical stretch by 2. Absolute value function. Up 2, left 4, horizontal stretch by 3, and vertical reflection over the x-axis. Cubic function, down 1. Horizontal stretch by 2. Down 5, left 3, vertical stretch by 4, vertical reflection over the x-axis. Up 3, right 4, and this is a vertical reflection over the x-axis. And this is a reciprocal function. So folks, that concludes our flashcard review.